Is it absolutely necessary to have friendships? Find out on this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello and welcome to Digest This. I am Dr. Liz Cruz and I've got Tina Nunziato sitting right here by my side. We are so excited that you have joined us. If you're a regular listener, thank you so much for being on this journey with us. We love you. We love that you always take the time to hang out with us. And if you're a new time listener, first time, well, welcome. We're so thankful that you're here. Please go back and check out other podcasts. We've got over 350 podcasts sitting out there and in our little library, in our big library of podcasts. Library. So if you were on last week, you probably heard that we started a new series, and it'll be a short series, but a series on self-care. And so last week we did number one, which was physical self-care. So today we're going to move into social self-care, which I think is a fun one because
people don't normally think of socializing as self-care.
Exactly. So is it important for us to have friendships? And of course, absolutely.
Well, it's relationships, right?
Relationships, that's right.
Yeah. Having physical relationships with people.
Exactly. All right, so good. We're done. Thank you for joining us. No, seriously, yes, it's absolutely crucial and important for us to have relationships with other people, relationships with your own family. So I thought that we'd start at the top of the pyramid, which, I mean, to me, absolutely. I mean, so actually, if we're going to start at the top, relationship with God.
Right.
Or with a higher power,
which is its own self-care.
With its own self-care,
right,
and so exactly. So I didn't want you to think that we had ignored that because we're talking about relationships. Okay, so that will be its own. It's so important. It'll be its own podcast. Okay, so starting at the top for us, family. Okay, and I'm talking about our own little nuclear family. So my relationship with my wife. I mean, I'm madly in love with this woman. But that hasn't come without its work. I mean, obviously, I love her because I love her, okay? And we fell in love, and over 20 years ago, I think we can safely say that now.
Almost 20 years, yeah.
We're going to be celebrating our 18th anniversary coming up in March, but we'd been friends long before that. And I just, fell hard in love with this girl. And I'm here to say that love can last forever. I fall more in love with her every day. I learn more about her every day. She learns stuff about me. I'm sure sometimes stuff that is not the greatest, but hey, you get what you get. I'm a little bit of a messy human being, but we're here.
The bottom line is relationships are work.
They take work, exactly. Why do you think the divorce rate is so high?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I think the divorce rate, the last I heard was 2 out of 4 or maybe even 3 out of 4 marriages end in divorce. And, and I know there's all sorts of different reasons for it, okay? So I'm not here to pass judgment, okay? It is what it is. I went through my own divorce over 2 decades ago, and definitely not anything I wish on anyone. But relationships take work.
Yeah.
They take time. They take effort. And I mean, Tina and I have had our lows as a marriage. We've definitely had our lows, but it takes work. So what does that mean? I mean, we go out on dates. I mean, we actually have date nights. We try to, we make an effort to talk and communicate every day, even at the end of a long day where we're exhausted. We're both working. There's all sorts of stuff going on with the kids. But we still, you have to make time to talk and to spend time together, because if not, it would be very easy for it not to happen.
And we've also used like outside counselors and consultants in the past to help kind of be a third party with stuff that we're going through. I think that has been really helpful for us, but we've invested money
Absolutely.
in those people to help us, work through stuff that maybe we're struggling working through ourselves. And we've just put the time and effort, I think, and the money, right, into it to maintain that strong relationship, because it does take work. You do need to spend time nurturing your relationship with your spouse.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So then comes the family, and when we got together, I had already a 5-year-old coming into this relationship. So Tina became an automatic mother. And then together we had 3 more. So, we have now our oldest, who is 26, is gone out of the house. And, but we still have 3, and we have 3 teenagers at that. And we talked about this day
Waiting for the moment.
for a long time.
And
We're
all
like,
3 of them would be teenagers.
that's right.
at the
There's going to
same
be a
time.
time when they're all 3 teenagers at the same time. That time is now.
Pray for us.
Yes, please pray for us.
Actually, it's not that bad. They're actually
not.
really good kids.
They are.
so.
They're good kids. I mean, they have their moments, but who doesn't, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, but they're good kids, and
Nurturing relationships with each of them individually, we've noticed, has become really important. And one of the things that we've shared with some of our close friends that they really like and have tried to incorporate into their family is doing date nights with the kids, specifically, where each of us will rotate taking a kid out. So
Exactly.
I'll take one kid out, she'll take the other kid out, and then we rotate taking Kai out, the third one. So that's been really nice, because that gives them alone time with each of us, doing the things that they like to do. So I found that that's really great for nurturing our relationship with them.
Absolutely.
Specifically.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's that would be probably for us, probably the next, at the top, the relationship between us and then our kids. And when our kids were little and we used to go out on dates, I mean, now they love us to go out on dates. In fact, they're like, so when's your next date night?
Even weekends away. We're taking more weekends away,
Yeah.
just the 2 of us.
And
they're like, when are you guys leaving for a weekend?
When
We
are you
wanna be
leaving
home."
again? They want to be, they love, I mean, now that they're, they're
They don't
older.
cry anymore.
But when they used to, when they were little, they would cry. The babysitter would come over, and right away they knew something was up. And we always told them that a healthy marriage, that is our gift to them, is us, doing our best, doing our part to nurture a healthy marriage. And I would have to say that really has helped, in a lot of, the kids now, I think, see the importance of this. And I think they'll realize it more as they get older and have their own special partner, special relationship with whoever it may be. They will have seen this modeled for them. And I think that, they'll truly come into an understanding and probably, hopefully, carry it on themselves. So what about our friends?
An extended family.
Oh yeah, extended family. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, nurturing those relationships
Absolutely.
with, mothers, fathers, brothers,
Yep.
sisters,
Cousins, aunts, uncles. Yeah.
right? Just touching base and just checking in.
Yep.
And seeing how people are if you don't live near them. Just always trying to maintain that relationship with them. That's blood,
Exactly.
right? As
Exactly.
much as possible. So
Exactly.
that's super important. And then, of course, friends. Having friends is
Yep.
really, really important. Going out with friends is really important. It's just another form of decompressing and de-stressing and sharing life
Exactly.
with others around you. I found that having a good friend to talk to during times of trouble or whatever can be very healing.
Absolutely.
And then they share their trouble with you, right? And you realize you're not in this alone, right? Like, this life thing is hard. So it's nice to have friends and family that you can talk to about stuff and
That's right.
and confide in, and they confide in you, and be there for each other.
Absolutely. I agree. When we first got together as a couple and came out here to Arizona and started being together, living together, and then as the kids came in, like, I remember wishing so badly that we had like a family. that had similar age kids where we hung out together and did things together. And of course we had kids of the same age. And, and there was a time in our life when the kids were younger and when they were starting in their preschool where we did have a couple families like that, where we did stuff together. And, but it takes time. And everybody is so busy and the families are so busy doing their own thing. And then as the kids are getting older, the kids are doing more activities. And before you know it, when you could put all 3 kids into the same activity, now they're more specialized and they all have 3 different sports or 3 different activities that they need to be a part of. And it just gets hard. And I remember for the longest time, that used to be a big thing I would talk about with Tina. Like, I wish we had more friends and we had a particular family we hung out with. And now I'm just happy if we can hang out as a family together. But we do make the time to hang out with other families, hang out with friends. We have, a few really good friends
as an example, one of our really good friends who we love and we don't get to see very often, we decided for her 50th birthday, we were going to buy her a gift card to a dinner place every month, and we would put it on the calendar ahead of time that every month we were going to go to dinner at that place. And that was such a great gift because it forced us, first of all, it put it on the schedule out, and we all knew that on that day we were going to go out to dinner.
Exactly.
And it was just so nice because we didn't have to worry about planning. It was already booked. So if you have good friends like that, book it out, get it on the calendar.
Absolutely.
Because the calendar fills up. And if you've got it out there, you don't have to worry about it. And that, whether it's one friend or a group of friends always getting together, it's such important time. So it is important to take that time to, plan ahead for those things.
Absolutely. Yeah. So those are some of the, some of the things that we've done in our life and that we continue to do with each other, with our children, the date nights and then with our friends. And so I hope that, this will be some ideas that maybe for some of you will be like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let me try that out. Because it is so important to nurture those relationships. I mean, a plant does not grow without sunshine and water. And I'm not making an analogy of us intending to, but it's the same thing with relationships, okay? I mean, they take time, they take nurturing, and it's so important for our health, for our mental, our spiritual, for our social health, and actually for just our physical health too. It's so important to have these relationships. All right, so I wanted just to share a couple things. Number one, if you would like to connect with us on a deeper level, go to our website, drlizcruz.com, and click the magenta button on the homepage and schedule a free wellness consult. That's a free 30-minute wellness consult that is done over the phone. It's our gift to you, and you can do it from anywhere around the world because it's on the phone. If you like this podcast, if you like these episodes that we're putting out there, please rate us and please give us a 5 because it'll help other people just like you to find us easier. And lastly, if you have not subscribed to our podcast, please subscribe because that way you will not ever miss an episode. All right, well, on that note, we will let you go. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.